Hello Internet, welcome back to another episode of Pokémon Generation 1. In the last episode, we did the Poke Cup. That's all I can think to say. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be, but it was still, 4 or 5 hours of my life I'm not getting back total, but no, 2 or 3. Still, never getting that time back. This time, we are going to be finishing up the Gym Leader Castle. But first, as always, we have to register our teams for the last 2 gyms. For gym number 7, I'm going to be starting with Nidoking. Again, it gets access to Earthquake in a mode where very few Pokemon do that get stabbed with it, so yeah. Kadabra, sort of just a mainstay on teams in Pokemon Stadium altogether. Machoke, it gets Earthquake. It's the best user of Submission in the game other than Machamp, which doesn't get Submission. Dodrio, solid Flying type. Vaporeon, solid Water type. This is even a pretty good moveset. I'd replace Aurora Beam with Ice Beam and Quick Attack with... I don't know. Quick Attack's not awful, I guess, but Vaporeon does get better. Last but not least, Zapdos. May not have the most reliable moveset in the world, but when it does hit with these moves, it's hitting hard. Here's our team for Gym 7. As for Gym 8, Articuno. Again, solid moveset, hits hard, good against the type of the gym leader. Vaporeon again. Starting to notice a theme here. Dodrio again. Vileplume. That's not a repeat. Gengar. Alternatively, Haunter isn't an awful option, but Gengar is what my notes say, so I'm going to listen to them. Lastly, Nidoking. Again. Very similar team this time, but I've tested this with this team and it worked out, so surely it will be fine. With that, let's begin our next gym challenge in the Cinnabar Gym Tower against Blaine. Judo Boy! Team number 7. That is certainly a team that you can construct in this game. I think Kadabra is the obvious choice. We're going to bring Machoke in case of that Raticate. Otherwise, Zapdos is pretty much always a safe third option.
Here comes the first opponent. An easy victory should be within reach.
Well, we're off to a good start here because I can just use Psybeam and this thing will probably crumple. See, he agrees. He's switching it out immediately into Ticate. Psybeam will still do good damage here, and I'm actually not sure if Kadabra would outspeed Raticate. Raticate is pretty fast.
What a furious battle!
I'm willing to risk it. I think as long as it doesn't get a crit, we should be able to live anything it can do anyway. Which, it didn't even move first, so we're good. And from here, everything else on this guy's team should crumple. It's not the best team composition having 5 fighting types and 1 normal type. Especially in Gen 1. Especially if your normal type on that in that equation is going to be Raticate instead of, like, Snorlax or Tauros. I think this team could use some workshopping. I think Judo Boy needs to get some friends. I used to workshop teams for competitive play with my friends at lunch in high school. The thing about this trainer is he will always have his Pokemon use Focus Energy before starting to attack. He just try to set up his critical hit rate. This isn't a bad strategy, especially with like this Primeape, which can learn Karate Chop to pretty much guarantee a critical hit. But it already has a guaranteed crit hit rate anyway with Karate Chop, so who cares? One more. Machamp again.
The last Pokemon.
We couldn't one-shot the other thing that I just... Primate, but I don't know why I forgot Primate's name already, but... We couldn't one-shot that. I doubt we'll one-shot Machamp, but it'll be a two-shot anyway.
Wow, that's an effective hit.
Yeah. And he's going for Focus Energy, wasting his turn.
All done.
This trainer is an absolute joke because of the AI telling it to use Focus Energy every single turn. If he didn't do that, he would actually have, like, not a good team, but a better team than he has.
Wow, going down. And there goes the battle.
Perfect victory. Love to see it. Does Machamp have 6 toes? I don't like that. So as you can tell, by the fact that all of his Pokemon are OU or below, like OU or UU, Psychic's team is pretty much just raw power. Restore points are helpful here, according to my notes, so, you know, gonna go ahead and make one of those. Otherwise, half his team is weak to electric, so I'm gonna bring Zapdos, I'm going to bring Dodrio for just raw physical damage, and I'm going to bring Kadabra to use Seismic Toss in a worst-case scenario.
Here's the second adversary. The challenger needs to stay calm to earn victory.
Well, that is not a Pokemon that is weak to electric, but we can still try to hit it with Thunder.
Vigorous attack. Severe hit.
Only 50% is a lot less than I expected.
The move failed to
Okay,
click.
missing with Hypnosis at least is helpful. I'm
Furious battle.
gonna switch into Dodrio. So I don't think we knock out with another Thunder, even if we manage to connect.
Oh, it's Dodrio.
Hypnosis, please miss again.
What now?
Just do me a favor.
Oh no, it
Okay.
fell asleep. Falling asleep is going to make this a one-sided fight.
Yeah, shut up, announcer. I'm sure it'll be fine.
It's fast
Come
asleep.
on. If you're gonna switch into Hypnosis, you need to at least wake up on the next turn, especially when it's just gonna use Dream Eater.
Hard blow.
Oh my god, that did a lot!
Neither
Okay,
one
we're
is
switching out again
succeeding
into
in ace.
Kadabra. Sleep Claws will save me.
The Pokemon returns to its Pokeball. Oh, it's Kadabra.
For some reason he said Kadabra and I heard Cadaver, and that is a very different word with a very different meaning. We're gonna go... It's gonna take forever, but I'm just gonna use Seismic Toss to knock until this thing goes down. That's genuinely, like, the safest option I have right now that doesn't involve waiting for Dodrio to wake up and hoping it doesn't use Dream Eater. Which, you know, okay. That's just petty. You can't put Kadabra to sleep, so you're just gonna use Flash. That sucks. 2 more hits of Seismic Toss will kill it. If we can hit. We can so far. Which I cannot complain about. Does this thing only know Hypnosis, Dream Eater, and Flash? If so, I hate this move. That is the pettiest moveset of all time. They saw Sleep Claws and they said, okay, if I can't put multiple Pokemon to sleep, I'm just gonna be a nuisance. It is down and out. You could tell by the fact that it fell down and then went out. Okay, Slowbro. This is a 4-hit KO with Seismic Toss. There's not really much point in using Thunder Wave, except for maybe hoping it won't be able to attack. But I'm just gonna switch back into Zapdos. You get a crit and a special drop? Come on! That... Stadium AI, man. Okay, at least we hit. That might have knocked out without the special drop for all I know. Also, I'm just now realizing we just got crit by a Slowbro. This thing has like 2 speed. So yeah, in case you didn't know, the odds are always stacked in the Stadium AI's favor. Don't get your hopes up on being able to actually, like, have a fair battle against this guy. It's not happening. Only marginally, I just don't want Zapdos going down here. There, it's a hit! Okay. I get into a bad habit of sometimes just mimicking whatever the announcer is saying, and not only is that bad commentary, but it's annoying for editing me too. Because sometimes I like to have whatever the announcer's saying, like, come up to a higher volume so you know what he's saying, and I don't know, he has some quotes that are memorable like that. Sometimes I'll just, like, the announcer will say that, he'll say something, and then before he's even done saying it, I'll start mimicking the line. And it's just, like, I find it annoying personally as the editor of these videos. Okay. Starmie is slower now. It needs to recharge this turn so I can switch back into Zapdos, knowing safely that it can't get any special drops on Zapdos, because if it even hits Zapdos, it dies. Since it's paralyzed, I can just sort of hope that Thunder misses a 3rd time in this battle. But we'll see. That's what my thought process is here. 3 hits, okay. I'll take it. I will take not having to worry about Thunder. There's enough to worry about in that battle. Okay. Mienza is dead. Man, no knockouts. That's surprising. I expected that to be a lot harder. Like, that was a tricky battle, but it's not nearly as hard as some of the stuff in Poke Cup was. Oh boy, okay. Nerd. So one thing you may notice about his team is that all of his Pokemon are Pokemon that can learn Self-Destruct or Explosion. Whatever 2 Pokemon he leads with will pretty much always use either Self-Destruct or Explosion, so make sure the 3rd Pokemon you pick is one you are confident can take on any one of his Pokemon. And Zapdos is a bad choice here, believe it or not. I'm gonna go Vaporeon, Kadabra, and Nidoking. We'll see.
It's the gym's 3rd opponent. The gym leader is waiting right after this.
Since whatever move they're using is going to have the defense stat, I'm just going to use Acid Armor on Vaporeon.
Oh, and a Pokemon change.
Huh?
Oh, it's Executor.
Okay. Are you going to have Exeggutor explode instead of the other thing?
They're both being caught.
What is he cooking? Are my notes wrong? Does he not always lead with Explosion? I guess we'll find out. Can we get the attack drop just in case? Of course not.
Pokemon choice.
Never mind.
A massive explosion.
What was he cooking with the switch there? What was going on with that? He clearly had something in mind, but I can't tell what it was. Sturkloy. I like that nickname. Okay, Acid Armor again. We probably outspeed this thing. No, we don't. Okay. So we lost 0 Pokemon to his 2 Pokemon using Explosion. I'll take that. I'll take that any day of the week. That's...
Pokemon.
Okay.
We're down to the last
I don't...
The remaining Pokemon count is 3-1.
I don't think he realizes the position he's put himself in by switching Golem out at the beginning. If Exeggutor was his last Pokemon, he would have been fine, but no, I just didn't lose any Pokemon to the guy who spams Explosion.
Take it down with one hit.
I'll take it, man.
There goes the battle.
That was interesting. But, it's time for Blaine. This team is looking much better than it did in yellow, at least. My notes say if he brings either normal type, pray that it's Kangaskhan, because it can only use Earthquake particularly well. I think Vaporeon, Nidoking, and then Zapdos is just an easy last choice.
This is it, the showdown against Blaine. The leader of Cinnabar Gym is a fire Pokemon technician. Treat him lightly and you'll get burned.
We're just gonna use Surf here. I like the...
Here's the first move.
I like the line, he's a fire Pokemon technician, though. Technician is an interesting word to use in this situation. I know, like, technician, like, derives from technique and all that, and, like, sometimes TMs are called techniques, and I think Blaine even calls Fire Blast a technique in, Red and Blue. But, I don't know. It feels like you're giving him a bit more credit than he deserves by calling him a technician. He's a gym leader. His job is to lose to kids all day.
What will the next Pokemon be?
I don't know, probably something fire type. By the way, Charizard was a fire flying type known the moves Slash, Flamethrower, Earthquake, and Fly, a genuinely good moveset. Clefable is a normal type known the moves Ice Beam, Thunder Wave, Fire Blast, and Thunderbolt. That is a scary moveset. That has super effective coverage for my entire team, actually.
They're staring each other down.
I think I need to take a hit with Vaporeon.
Issued an order.
I guess we'll see. Yeah, as I said before, I was hoping for Kangaskhan, and he might still have Kangaskhan for all I know, but his Clefable is much scarier, and also notably not a fire type. That didn't knock out? Weren't we at less than half health? I don't know what move I just used. I pressed the wrong button, but doesn't matter since we're paralyzed. I know Clefable isn't the strongest Pokemon as far as like offensive stats go, but that did not do very much with its attack. Okay, we're switching into Zapdos here. I want to keep Nidoking alive in case his last Pokemon is a fire type, just so we can use Earthquake on it if Zapdos goes down. So let's use Thunder. Hit again and get a crit. Okay. For as much as the AI gets, like, unfair odds, it seems like I do sometimes too, because the past few times we've done Gym Leader Castle, my luck has been particularly good. And he's using the Magmar that he should have had in Pokemon Yellow. Love that. He doesn't have the Rhydon that he should have had in Pokemon Yellow, though, so it's like 50% of the way there.
What now? There, it's a hit.
Of course you get the paralysis. You're gonna get the paralysis every single time you use a move that can potentially inflict paralysis. I know you are, because you're the Pokemon Stadium AI. Here you go.
What's that?
Critical hit this time. Probably would have gotten the paralysis if I wasn't already paralyzed too. I literally can't complain when Zapdos hits every single Thunder, though. We'll take that.
That's it. Stay clear.
Alright, only Vaporeon taken down by Blaine. Also, for what it's worth, all of his Pokemon's movesets were on screen as they appeared. I'm sorry I didn't go over them, I just forgot. Last but not least, though, the 8th gym, Giovani, with 1 N because of the 7-character limit for names, which is stupid. I hate it because that's just not how you spell Giovani. Whatever. It was set number 8. So, Rocket. So his main strategy is to hit you hard, as you can see by the fact that he has Dodrio, Persian, Raticate, and Moltres. However, 2/3 of his team are weak to Articuno's Ice Beam, and Gengar and Nidoking can kind of just deal with the rest.
Here's the first opponent of this gym series. A decisive victory is expected.
The fact that he has a Moltres may look scary, but don't worry, this thing's moveset is god-awful. Although Toxic is a little annoying when we're leading with Articuno, but still, that's fine. So, this trainer's Pokemon all have illegal nicknames. They're all named, like, Moltract 4, Golback to 1. That kind of, like, they're all different act numbers. However, it's impossible to put a number in the nickname of a Pokemon in Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow, and Gold, Silver, and Crystal. Meaning there's no possible way to have a Pokemon with this nickname. Also, we're partial trapped and poisoned now, because this Moltres... Okay. So when I said this thing's moveset is garbage, I actually meant this thing has a stall moveset that is going to be the bane of your fucking existence. Thanks, past me. Thanks for letting me know that.
Will this Pokemon swap change the flow of battle?
For what it's worth, I don't think this guy actually used his Moltres the last time I played through Gym Leader Castle, but still.
Oh, is it down and out? What will the next Pokemon be?
I don't know, man. What will it be?
Oh,
Go back to 1. That sounds like an awful username. It probably is someone's awful username because I have a lot of nostalgia for this game. Do we one-shot? No, we do not. That's a little bit embarrassing, but I'm going to guess this thing has decent stat experience and Gengar has bad stat experience, so whatever. I'll take doing like well over half of its health. I will not take you hitting yourself in confusion, Gengar. Please don't do that. Although getting to see your punching animation is pretty cool. I'm pretty sure Gengar would use that animation if it were to use Fire, Ice, or Thunder Punch, which would look kinda neat. But unfortunately, we don't have access to those because this is Gen 1. This is Gen 1 prior to the release of Gen 2. I find it interesting that you can transfer Pokemon between Gen 1 and Gen 2 because transferring between generations is something that's fully possible now. Like, you can transfer a Paldean Pokemon to Galar, for example. But for a long time, until, I think, Generation 9, that was not something you could do in the Pokemon series. It's just really interesting that you could do that in Gens 1 and 2, and then it just went impossible for a while until Gen 9. Or at least until Legends Arceus. There we go. Labman is next. So, this team is annoying. All of his Pokemon know moves to increase their evasion, and he will use them whenever he has the chance. We are going to bring Gengar to hit hard with Thunderbolt where we can, and we're going to bring Nidoking to switch into Lickitung and Magneton's electric moves. And Articuno is just a natural third pick.
How will the gym's second opponent conduct battle? We'll need a strong effort to win.
Okay. I'm just gonna go for Thunderbolt right away. I'm not gonna waste any time trying to put it to sleep or anything because I know it's gonna start spamming Double Team as soon as it gets a chance to. Good crit.
Taken down on the word go.
That's a good announcer quote.
Wild one from the word go.
That was a bit redundant, but that's fine.
Holy Wrath.
Wrath Poli.
How will the type
I don't think we could take this out with one Thunderbolt, but that's fine. I would use Hypnosis, but we just haven't taken damage, so
now?
I'm not really gonna worry about it. Another crit?
Pokémon choice.
Gengar heard me say we can't one-shot Poliwrath, and then he said, okay, watch.
There's a difference
This Gengar has some gumption.
Pokémon.
It's not quite Gaster. You know, he doesn't have the metronome. Ow, Fear!
Is 3-1.
I like that name. This Fearow has a color that's very similar to its future shiny colors. Trust me, I know a lot about shiny Fearow. If you've been around on this channel for a while, you know I know a lot about shiny Fearow.
More evasive.
More specifically, shiny Spearow,
Furious
but
battle.
whatever.
Now.
Ultimately the same thing once it evolves.
Strike. Thunderbolt.
Christ, it's Thunderbolt!
Air.
Yep, you're starting to see how this can get out of hand.
Neither one is conceding an inch.
It's just gonna keep spamming it. If we don't hit this turn, he's gonna get another one off, and then we aren't gonna hit the next turn either. Okay. Ow, Fear is dead.
Down and out. And
There goes the battle! I will take a perfect victory that I absolutely did not deserve. Okay. Cool mail! I think you can sort of tell what his gimmick is by half of his team being Pokemon known for using partial trapping. Cool Mail uses stat boosting moves and partial trapping. His Zapdos' moveset is scary, but it's inaccurate, and both of its flying type moves are also easy to play around. We're going to take Gengar for Thunderbolt and to avoid partial trapping, and then Articuno and Dodrio to deal with the rest.
here's the third trainer battle with only the gym leader left after this. What kind of battle can we expect to see?
See, this is a good matchup. This thing can't use Wrap, so we're just gonna use Thunderbolt right away.
Vigorous attack.
It's not gonna be a crit this time, but yeah. Still, more than half its health, which is a good start, especially against Tentacruel, which has so frequently been an issue in this Let's Play. I will take getting rid of a Tentacruel early in the battle instead of having to wait for it to use Wrap like 700 times across multiple different attempts. Cruelster is dead. Cruelstore, rather.
What will the next Pokemon
It's like
be?
Cabela's when I was a kid. That was the Cruel Store. That's where my dad took me when he was feeling cruel. Okay.
How will the type difference affect battle?
I don't know, man, but I'm gonna use Hypnosis here to put it to sleep. There's an interesting theory that Gengar's design is meant to be like Clefable if Clefable was dead. And I don't know for sure if that's what they were going for, but they certainly do share a lot of design elements, and it is pretty interesting to look at. Also, stop waking up the same turn whenever I hit with Hypnosis. That's annoying, Pokemon Stadium. I think you know it's annoying, but you just wanted your AI to seem stronger, so you give it better odds for everything. It's annoying, Pokemon Stadium. Don't be intentionally annoying.
What's this?
Okay, it's asleep again. And it's gonna wake up again too, watch.
Fast
Okay, never mind. I'll take it. That gives me a safe switch, so we'll go into Articuno. Articuno can hit pretty much anything pretty hard.
Here's a Pokemon thing. Oh, it's Articuno!
I like the way he said Articuno.
Will this
Oh, it's Articuno!
the flow of battle?
Alright, we're gonna go for a freeze. So even if we don't get a freeze, Ice Beam should still do good damage anyway. But fishing for freezes is valid in Generation 1, unlike future generations where it's just stupid and sort of a waste of everyone's time for you to fish for freezes. If you're at a point in a modern Pokemon battle where you need to fish for freezes, then, like, there's a definite problem with your team composition.
What's this?
But also, freeze in general is a lot worse in modern Pokemon than it used to be. Like, freeze is overpowered in Pokemon in Generation 1, so...
Ice Beam. There, it's a hit.
The Fable Store is dead.
Is it down and out?
I think we call that medieval times in the real world, the Fable Store. Pin Store!
The remaining Pokemon count is 3-1.
Joanne Fabrics, the Pin Store. I was gonna say Hobby Lobby, but I don't like Hobby Lobby at all, so I went with Joanne Fabrics, which I do enjoy, but I think Joanne Fabrics is actually closing, so that doesn't really work either.
What will the next Pokemon be?
I don't know, announcer, but can you stop, like, hyping up this Pin Store?
Oh, it's
It doesn't need it.
The remaining Pokemon stock is 2-1. The combatants are making sparks fly. It flew up into the sky.
Dodrio's animation using Fly is so funny, and I don't know if I've shown it up to this point because I think we've only used Tri-Attack with Dodrio. Doduo and Dodrio both use Fly just by kicking their feet rapidly, and that is not at all how that works, and I absolutely love it. That's just... it's just so silly. And they knew it looked silly, but they kept it anyway, and I really appreciate that. Because they kept it that way in Pokemon Stadium 2 also. They never gave Doduo or Dodrio wings. They just never added that as a design element, despite the fact it can learn Fly.
What's this?
And when it came time to, like, animate it using Fly, this is the only possible solution they could have come up with. And I love that. I love that a lot.
That's an effective hit. Wow.
Okay.
Going down. And there goes the battle.
True, there it goes. There she blows. One more. Rematch against Giovani. This would be cool if he had dialogue, but nope. He's just a nameless husk. Well, he is a named husk, but he's a soulless husk. Okay. I can't stand that his name is spelled wrong. We're gonna bring Articuno, Nidoking, and Vileplume. My notes say this fight is tough, good luck. So, good luck.
This is it. The final gym leader, Giovani, the dawn of ground Pokemon. The challenger has to work hard for the win.
That's why his name's spelled wrong. His name's not Giovanni, it's Giovanni! I need you to understand how much this annoys the hell out of me. I can't stand it. Persian is a normal type known to moves Toxic, Bubble Beam, Slash, and Thunderbolt. I'm a little surprised it's going for Toxic here. Slash and Thunderbolt would both do more than half health on this Articuno. So... okay, I mean, I'll take it. I'll take getting some free hits in, but... or at least one free hit. But I don't think it can knock me out before Persian goes down anymore. I'll take it, though. This Persian is probably his scariest Pokemon, so... the sooner it goes down, the better. Also, that wasn't more than half health, which is surprising. Considering it's a guaranteed crit. Also, we just crit it right back. Love that.
What will the next Pokemon be?
Doug Trio! It's a ground type, knowing the moves Sand Attack, Rock Slide, Slash, and Dig. Sand's Dig, that is pretty much a perfect moveset for this thing. I would give it Earthquake instead of Dig, but... Oh god. I don't know why I thought Articuno would be faster than Dugtrio. There is no world where that is a thing, but... Hopefully it turns out okay. We are admittedly in a very bad position here. We could definitely lose. I would not be surprised. Petal Dance. Oh. This isn't gonna confuse me before I've even used it once, right? Oh god. I think I'm just locked into Petal Dance already. Okay. I will take it. At least I didn't get confused because it used Dig. Oh, come on! That was so close to being a one-shot! Oh, this is not good. What do you mean Savage Attack? It didn't even hit. How does this move work? Because I've been locked into it since I used it. That was like 4 turns total because of Dig. Do you need to hit 2 times before the move ends? Is that how it works? I don't know. That's weird. What is his last Pokemon? Nidoking! It's a poison ground type known the moves Horn Drill, Toxic, Thunder, and Blizzard. His other Pokemon are Nidoqueen, poison ground type known the moves Double Kick, Surf, Earthquake, and Strength. Rhydon, ground rock type known the moves Fury Attack, Fissure, Earthquake, and Body Slam. And Tauros, normal type known the moves Thunder, Stomp, Blizzard, and Fire Blast. We're in a really bad spot here. This Nidoking has the advantage against our Nidoking, and I think it's faster too, so... Unless this misses, which it does not. Okay. I think we lose. I think we've just been completely outplayed in this battle. I should have switched Articuno out as soon as I saw Dugtrio. You can only go for Earthquake. Not quite a one-shot. This isn't gonna be either, but... Okay.
It's a head-on collision. Power versus power.
We have a win condition here. If his Nidoking misses with Blizzard, we will hit with Earthquake and win. Oh my god! Wait, I made the restore point and I didn't even need it. So that doesn't even count as, like, cheating. And we got a crit! That was the hypest way this battle could have ended. Oh my god! Holy shit, Nidoking! Oh. See, he never really left the Team in Yellow version. With that, we received the key from Giovani and opened the gate to the last castle. The Elite Four. Yep, they have rematches in Stadium 2. Next time on Pokemon Stadium. We're not going to be doing that yet. We are instead going to be going back into the Stadium mode and completing the final difficulty. Prime Cup, the ultimate turnabout? No, that's a different game. The ultimate tournament without level restrictions. Let it all hang out. I don't like that last sentence, but Lucagen would, so it's fine. Whatever. Prime Cup is going to be painful. This is the one that's going to take 5 to 6 hours of my life, so See you guys then.